Hello, welcome to your mid-month readings. This month of January, I'm going to do things a little bit different. I'm going to put together all signs by element so I can save a little bit more time and I can still provide for all of you waiting for mid-month readings something, a little bit of an insight and a message to all of you. I will start with the more collective, global, let's say, tone that I'm sensing for all the three signs by element, and then I'll try to go as well a little bit more in particular for each of you. Of course, the message will be more shorter and more to the point than the other videos. I still hope you enjoy it and I'm able to provide still some insight and something of value to all of you watching. So as always, keep in mind that this is only general readings. Always take what it feels right and with what does resonate within your own life experiences during this time. And if you would like a personal reading with me, please contact me through the email I put in the description box below. So for the fire signs during this mid-month of January, I do feel like in general, fire energy is dealing with some denial of what they want. So there's a little bit of a tense energy and defiant energy about them pushing, fire signs insisting maybe on getting things that are not meant for them or not meant to be in their life in the way they are kind of insisting. I feel like some of you are being shown signs that you should be looking other ways to get what you want, or that there's something you have been ongoingly insisting about that is not working and providing disappointment. This mid-month may bring a certain realization that maybe this keeps happening because it's not meant for me. There's a lot of focus here for fire signs about what's meant to be and what's not meant to be, and trying to discern which is which. I do feel that in general you are very fire signs of all of I have read are being shown here as the ones though that are more in their element, because you have a lot of wands. So aside of this disappointment or this sense of refusal of your wants and desires, there's at the same time a crescent desire, to affirm yourselves to the world in your convictions, in your beliefs, providing for fire signs here during this mid-month, the strength of character, the determination, and and a drive to pursue their lives according to their visions. Now, their problem may be for fire signs here is that, okay, you have this vision of what you want and you are pursuing it and you are building from it and you are going after it, but we can't make anybody else walk in that same direction or want to be in that same flow in life as you. And this is where I feel like some fire signs are having some issues, which is what I want and I know it's right maybe for me and for you and for everybody else, but people are maybe going a little bit against you, or certain circumstances may be offering you some fighting energy, some resistance. And I feel like some of you are here learning during this mid-month, mastering here the art of gentleness as well. So some of you are challenged with not exceeding yourselves to a point where you are maybe dominating or overpowering people with your energy. There's a very egoistic drive during this mid-month for fire signs that should be treated carefully. So I feel like this ego energy, it's all about for fire signs to prove themselves capable of something. So as long as this ego, you know, this part of you that wants to affirm itself, to, you know, get things in life that are about you and about you confronting your own limitations or pushing beyond them, that's fine. That's the energy of the warrior. But when you are using that ego to conduce your life and your relationships in more abusive or negative ways, this is where the clash may come to teach you something about that use of your power. Fire signs have here a very passionate energy, and they may be feeling that they are just you know, dancing around the fire, but alone. It's like they want people to understand their vision and party with them, and they are feeling like maybe there's a lack of it. There's a lack of compatibility in terms of, as I said, philosophy of life, vision of life, rhythm in life, whatever each one is going through. There's like a sense of incompatibility between the direction some fire signs are taking and the ones they love and they care for are taking. And this is creating a difficulty, because there may be a need to you know, accept that there are things in life that we can't, unfortunately, control and make them to be what we want. So, some things have their life, their own life, you know, their own path to go. So fire signs as well during this mid-month may be parting ways, okay, with people that don't fit their world, or they may be parting ways with, you know, their old type of things in their life that are about the old paradigm, the old ways of doing things. They are wanting to leave behind a lot of things that some fire signs are feeling are keeping you down. It's still, though, a process. I feel like even though fire signs have all this, you know, inflammable energy to do more, to be more, to get more, to push, at the same time, I feel like some of you, as I said, you don't want to be alone. You don't want to be left without something. You feel like in this process you are losing. It could be a relationship. It could be a previous investment. It can be about your friends. It can be about where you are living. It can be about so many things that correspond to something that used to work and now it's not working anymore. So for Sagittarius, I do feel like Sagittarius are being very hard on themselves during this mid-month, and maybe creating this big inner there's this inner influence about Sagittarius that maybe is creating some difficulty for it's like Sagittarius maybe the ones creating their own difficulties by not allowing themselves to maybe observe the possibilities or believe in the possibilities of their own dreams and of their own feelings. So it's like, I feel like Sagittarius are trying to put this very strong mask upon them where they have everything in control, and they are protecting themselves, they are protecting their creations, they're protecting their lives, they're trying to keep everything together even though they are in pain. So some Sagittarius are in pain. Now this pain, there's many degrees of pain. I feel like there's this emotional frustration, this emotional sensation of loss of something that is putting some Sagittarius internally a little bit in a place of mourning for something that maybe you've lost long ago. It may not be something about now, but you're still attached to it, or to the fantasy of it, to the expectation of it. And so your Sagittarius may be having difficulty allowing, you know, the flow of the river to kind of pass, and being this more fluid energy of time. Some Sagittarius are wanting to go back in time and they just can't. And while focused on the past, on what maybe they believe they did wrong, or the regrets of the past, the bitterness of the past, they are maybe excluding themselves from seeing what they can still do in the present time, what the present time still has to offer them. I also feel like some Sagittarius are keeping their guards up and not trusting their feelings and the feelings of others, and so in a certain way pushing the real things away so they can hold on to the lies. Leos have here this I'm going to win type of energy. They're really driven to conquer something. I feel like there's a little bit of a dual and a competitive energy here between Leos and other people that may be, as I said, somehow confronting you or testing you. I feel like some Leos are going to win battles that they are involved with, conflicts, confrontations. They are powerfully stimulated during this mid-month through debates and arguments and proving themselves right. As I said in the beginning, just be careful in the way you are using this. For Leos that have been feeling down, this is a great mid-month, a great opportunity to recover trust and confidence in who you are. There's a real fiery energy, so you are really in the element of that vibration of fire, which is all about passion. It's all about affirmation of your individuality, creation, but also aggression, violence, selfishness. So just make sure when you are getting involved in battles that you are getting involved in battles that you believe in, causes that you really believe in. That's another thing for Leos, is they may need to get involved with something that wakes them up. I feel like Leos are receiving some type of wake up call suddenly, a very strong one, this very strong wake up call to do something, because they are standing out. I also feel some Leos are standing out. You have a very different kind of element about you during this mid-month that is being noticed. So, you know, wear your own colors. You don't need anybody to like it, to agree with it, to accept it. Just wear your own colors and express yourself from them, always with love and respect and integrity. I feel like also Leos are demanding respect from people that have been, or circumstances that have been oppressive, or, you know, not appreciating them for their worth. There's a real charismatic and dominant trait about Leos during this mid-month that may bring good results, especially for Leos involved in competition or wanting to win something. But it can also bring, as I said, some disputes, some narcissism as well for Leos. The narcissism may be intensely expressed as well for Leos that already tend to fall into narcissism. This can be something that can as well be, you know, you can feel like you're less in control of, or you cannot even, maybe you are not even realizing that narcissism, but there may be tendencies of narcissism during this mid-month. Others of you, though, you're challenged exactly by trust. So you are for Leos that have been trying to keep up the peace, and in the process completely neglect their own self and what they truly desire in life. This mid-month can be a real strong wake-up call, where you may be confronted with harsh truths, where it's not because you erase yourself or you turn yourself to be invisible to please someone or a situation or to keep the peace, that you will be happy, or that it means you're doing something good. How can you be doing something good if you are, as I said, denying your worth and your shine? People that love you will love you through exactly the your success and through your ability to express those beautiful colors, radiant colors. So for Leos that have been denying themselves what they know they can do and they want to do, this is the mid-month where all of those topics are going to be more on the front line. For Aries, there's a lot of management that they are kind of going through. I feel like Aries are trying to push the most they can out of themselves and out of situations, as I said, to make up is like to make a stand, or to get their points across and not letting others kind of take them down or to distract them. I feel like Aries want to be very focused during this mid-month, but there's a lot of things at the same time happening, you know, in parallel. So I feel like your challenge, Aries, maybe actually you want more me time and feeling like you have to deal with a lot of people or circumstances. You know, you may have a very busy time as well during this mid-month, juggling a lot of things at the same time. Some Aries are considering to join options, add options, you know, like an extra job or an extra, you know, activity. And this adding of something else to your life can be very, it can benefit you in the present moment to give you some type of benefit. It's like, I feel like you are doing things to bring you benefits, but it may be hard to catch your own breath. So there's like a hustle energy as well for Aries. You may be needing to stand strong a lot, and some of you are being real. You are really tired of the demands of your busy life, or the demands of your life in general during this mid-month may feel like you have to really be on top of things to keep everything together. In the middle of this, your social life can suffer. I feel like your challenge is the Three of Cups. So your challenge is your social life, is your friends, is stopping to smell the flowers, is actually providing moments of happiness and pleasure. It may be hard for Aries to celebrate life in a more light way, or in a lighter manner, because there are a lot of demands being imposed on them, or that they are imposing on them. I also feel like friends can be a source of challenge. So friends or close people, people from your inner circle. So there can be some personal disagreements with friends and people that are in your life. May suddenly just you and them there may be this, as I said in the beginning, some type of incompatibility that is keeping you and this friends or people apart, or more apart than usual. There's a sense of disagreements, or you know, those type of discussions that start, you know, by a random thing and suddenly becomes like a very intense conversation where people start to say things that the other is taking personally, and so it creates a big mess of conflict. Be careful with the way you are using and expressing your words. I feel like you may have a little bit of a dictator energy here. You may be wanting to control so much your environment because of everything that is going on, that you may come across as being quite bossy or quite inconsiderate of others' feelings and what they're trying to do for you as well. So I hope you all fire signs have a great mid-month. Thank you so much for all of you that have been liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting, and donating to my channel. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much, and hopefully we'll see each other soon.